So
Yeah.
the Hitler thing is not new. Before we move on to other things that they've been doing, I just want to go back because you referenced something in the context of birthright citizenship. But if people are sort of passively listening or watching in the background and you didn't hear, you might be confused because we're talking about birthright citizenship and border issues, and then you just started talking about China.
Yeah.
And I think it's a really big deal because one of the reasons why people listen to this podcast is they hear stuff they won't hear anywhere else. And that is a point that you've just made that I don't think people hear anywhere else. So just say that again. Think about this. We've talked about China. We talked about the DeepSeek stuff and how China's at war with the United States. But just say one more time about how what an issue you might think about has to do with Mexico or South American immigrants who are coming here. But you're talking about Chinese people. And remember, China, we've said, is at war with the United States. They think in terms of dynasties and not years or months or even decades. So what is China doing?
Yeah, so there are these birth mills, basically in Southern California. These are companies that are set up in China. They have affiliates in the United States, and they advertise. And these are, by the way, geared towards the elite of China. So the people doing this are not dissidents, people who hate the CCP. These are military officers. These are members of the secret police. They, when their wife is pregnant, say, you know what, I want my kid to have U.S. citizenship. And the advertising in China says all the benefits, the government programs, the free education, the fact that your kid, when they become a citizen, can sponsor you and you can move to the United States and get retirement benefits. So they arrange for them to fly to the United States. They lie on their visas saying, no, I'm just coming here to see the Grand Canyon. Then they check into this program. They give birth in the United States, and that child automatically becomes a U.S. citizen based on this broad interpretation of the 14th Amendment. That child then goes back home to China, where they're raised in that communist system, in that communist education system. When they're 18, they're U.S. citizens. They can actually vote in elections. And the problem is, we don't even know how many people this entails. By some estimates, it's 50,000 Chinese nationals a year that are doing it. Do the math. Over a 10-year period, that's 500,000 people that grew up in a communist system that are U.S. citizens that can do whatever they want. That's the sort of thing that birthright citizenship entails.
And so back to the surgery metaphor, that's the kind of thing that's maybe not healthy for the body of the country.